Okay, hello friends. I'm Caitlin, your friendly yogi. And if you can't tell, I'm super sweaty. I just got done with my run. And if you are in the same boat, then this is the video for you. This is a great stretch for after your run to try and mitigate that lactic acid buildup and feel better than you might the next day without stretching. So, this is what I do, and so I just wanted to share that with you. So all you need, you don't even need a yoga mat, but if you want, you can have that, your sweaty running clothes, and when you're ready, we'll begin. We'll begin in downward dog. So this is my favorite coming into after a run. So hips up towards the sky, your foundation is flat on your palms, and on the balls of your feet, you can begin to roll or paddle it out. So extending your left leg straight, bending generously into the right, and then reverse. Play around here. Definitely need to stretch your calves and your hamstrings after a run. So just a few of those, and then feel free to go back into your downward dog, finding stillness for a moment. And we'll lift the left leg up to three-legged dog before planting your left foot on the outside of your left hand, and you can drop your right knee down. Coming into lizard's pose, shining your heart forward. You can stay here, or you can come down onto your elbows. I like to come onto my hands and just kind of even rock a little side to side. So really good hip opener, stretching into that psoas as well and your quad. From here, we're going to heel toe that left foot more towards the middle of our mat. And then you can shift your weight back into your hips and allow your left leg to straighten out in front of you, lifting the toes up towards the sky. Beautiful hamstring stretch here. Feel free to play around. With an inhale, we kind of lift up through our shoulders, flattening through your back. On the exhale, rounding forward. Few breaths here. And you can roll back forward, planting the left foot down. And curling the right foot behind you, we'll step the left foot back to meet the right into our downward dog. Again, pedaling it out, maybe an extra side stretch there. Really just playing around with this movement, nothing too serious. And we'll switch to the other side. So planting the right foot up into our lizard pose, shining your heart forward. Maybe coming down onto your elbows or rocking a little bit side to side, really opening through your hips. It really is just about listening to what your body needs. And usually after a run, it needs stretching in the legs and hips, at least for me. Wonderful. You can heel toe that right foot in more towards the center before shifting our weight back and extending through the right leg. Toes pointing up towards the sky. Inhale, trying to flatten through your back, lifting up through the shoulders. And exhale, folding forward. Continuing to breathe deeply, nice and slow breathing. Calming down our heart rate, coming back to our normal rhythm. All right, from here we'll roll back onto that right foot, curling the left toes under and sending the right foot back to meet the left for our last downward dog before we take it down to the mat. So onto your knees and onto your hips, finding a comfortable seat. Yep. Cooling down. We're going to come into fire log pose. So what you want to do for this pose is if you have a mat with you, make your shin parallel to the mat in front of you. And then with your other leg, you'll stack the shins on top of each other, best you can. I like to keep my feet flexed just to support the knees and the ankles. Now, if this feels like a good stretch as is, just stay here. Continue your slow, deep breathing. Otherwise, we can play around with this too. So you can start to walk your hands forward, maybe coming down onto your elbows, tucking your chin, and just notice how that feels for a moment. You can always come to the right, so over your knee. Notice the differences here. Each position should be targeting a different spot in your hips. And you can go to the other side. So just testing and find what your body is telling you need today. For me, this is the best position I'm feeling, getting the most out of this stretch. Hopefully your feet don't stink too bad. Beautiful hip stretch here. Wonderful. Slowly you can begin to roll up if you're not here already. And we'll switch the legs. So if your left leg was under like mine was, now the right leg will be under. And then we stack the shins. Big inhale here. Feel free to stay here if this feels good to you. Otherwise, you begin to walk your hands forward, maybe coming onto your elbows, maybe not, and tucking your chin down. Couple slow, deep breaths here before trying the different positions. So folding over your knee. And then I'm taking it over to my right, over my foot. And this is for me right now feeling like the best position. And so I stay here for a few breaths. Again, listen to your body and what it's telling you today. Perfect. Begin to slowly roll up if you're not already. And then we'll come into a straddle. So widening through the legs, out to each side, as wide as is comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall, and we begin to walk our hands forward. Feel free to tuck your chin. And just notice the sensations that you're feeling today. And continue to bring your awareness back to your breathing. Nice and slow inhales and even longer exhales. Right now I'm swaying slightly, a little back and forth, side to side. That's what my body is telling me feels really good right now, so I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to walk. And then when you're ready, maybe walk your hands to your left leg. Reaching both hands towards your left foot. Continuing to breathe deeply. Maybe you open up through your chest, shining it forward. Right arm coming up towards the sky a little bit. And just notice how that feels for you today. Coming back down, begin to walk our hands towards our right leg. Nice and slow, taking your time here. Again, maybe you shine your heart forward. Left arm comes up towards the ceiling slightly. Nice little side stretch. And walking the hands forward one last time till they come to center. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, begin to roll up. Last thing to rise is your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Big inhale, rounding the shoulders up, back, and down. Letting it all out on your exhale. Wonderful. Lots of water today. Stay hydrated. Thank you for taking this time for yourself and allowing me to guide you in today's practice. And I would love to know some of the stretches you absolutely cannot go without after your run. Leave those in the comments below if you'd like. Share with us. I'd love to know, and maybe I'll incorporate it in a future video for runners. But if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like it. And if you'd like more, feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.